Okay. Well, this is going to be the wrap-up of what was really an extraordinary day. Few hours. I hope everybody had as good a day as I had. But it's the beginning of a relationship and a more in-depth relationship. Basically, what today was about was seeing and hearing and talking and understanding exactly what the needs of Rochester, Monroe, Finger Lakes region are, going back, designing plans to meet those needs, and then following up. So I know I've spoken to a number of the commissioners, and I believe it was an invaluable experience. I also had a great day, the discussion with the Anti-Poverty Initiative, which I'm very excited about, and I think we have a great, great potential there because obviously that's not unique to Rochester, and it's not unique to New York, and it's not unique to this nation, but if we can actually get all these pieces working together, that will really be special. The Regional Economic Development Council I'm excited about. It's done great work already, and we have the big competition coming up. We had a really fun event at RIT. And then I had a first in Rochester. I've been coming here for many, many years, but Assemblyman Joe Morelli actually picked up a check today at lunch, and I had never seen that happen. But he paid the tab at Nick Tahoe's, and let's give him a round of applause for doing it. But with that, let's go first. I know a number of the commissioners had a few more significant accomplishments that they're in a position to announce today, besides going back and developing an agenda. And let's go to Howard Zemsky, who will talk about economic development projects. Howard Zemsky.
Great. Thank you, Governor. Today was a great day. With your support, we were out at RIT announcing the state's commitment of $12 million for the Magic Spell Digital Media Studio, which was amazing. And just for people who aren't aware, this is an internationally ranked program at RIT in gaming and animation. It hits our sweet spot in many ways. It builds on the unique strengths of the region. This is a great example of industry-academic partnership. It represents innovation and next-generation jobs. It's all about entrepreneurship and spin-off investment. And it has considerable private sector investment by Cisco to the tune of $12.4 million and Dell to the tune of $3 million. So it was a great day for Rochester and for RIT and for this unique, extraordinary program, which has a ton of potential. So thank you for that.
Great. Thank you very much. Commissioner Rubin, who is the Housing Commissioner. Jamie?
Governor, thanks. I think probably the most significant thing we did today is I bought lunch for Commissioner Bey Mohammed from the city of Rochester and made my own little contribution to the city's economy, so you're welcome. We had a terrific day. We went the second step from what we did yesterday. We walked around the Marketview Association, the Marketview neighborhood, and saw all the great work that's been done there. And then we walked over to, after lunch, went over to the Corpus Christi Affordable Housing Development and cut a ribbon there with much of Mayor Warren's staff and folks from Conifer and the nonprofit developers who were responsible for it. It's a 42-unit, all affordable housing development that with a preference for artists but also others. And it's really anchoring that part of the neighborhood. It's a remarkable building. So in support of further development in Rochester, we're going to announce two things today. First of all, we're going to make a $600,000 Affordable Housing Corporation grant, AHC grant, to the Marketview Heights Association to continue their excellent work in buying and rehabbing foreclosed, formerly foreclosed and abandoned homes. And then second of all, we're going to announce, I'm announcing, that the Greater Rochester Housing Partnership is going to be HCR's regional partner in a new Sunny May program, the New York State Neighborhood Revitalization Purchase Program. We're going to be making $20,000 grants to folks who are buying and rehabbing, again, single-family abandoned homes. So we're really delighted to be able to announce this.
Good start. Commissioner Rose Harvey.
Hi, Governor, we had a great day today, and I have two announcements. One, the Genesee Valley Greenway. We're trying to connect Rochester to Letchworth State Park. It's about, actually to the bottom of it, 55 miles. And we, today and a few days before, we got 4 agencies together, and we signed access agreements and agreements to get on each other's lands, and we've been working on this for maybe 10 years, and we pretty much solved it. Today or by tomorrow, we'll have all the agreements, and that will connect 12 miles that were disconnected. And with that, then we have to get the funding to get the pavement and complete the path. And so thank you to your Parks Vision 2020. We're going to make $3 million available to make those connections work. And then all the stakeholders who were representatives from the 12 towns that the Greenway goes right through it, through their main street, so it's important for economic development. They're all, Howard, you're going to be happy to hear this, they're all going to apply, each town, for a CFA to go forward to connect the trail to their main street, to their restaurants, to their bed and breakfasts.
Oh, beautiful.
So it's great. It's really good.
Congratulations.
And the second is Irondequoit Bay Marine Park, and it's right up on Lake Ontario. It's got a boat launch, it's got a breakwater, it's got a beach, but there could be more there, particularly for the local community. And again, thank you very much, Assemblyman Morelli. You've been fabulous in supporting that. And we met with all the stakeholders and the town supervisor. And what we've agreed is, again, thank you, Governor. From the State Municipal Fund, we're going to grant $100,000 for a plan to add trails, to add picnic pavilions, to add maybe more docks for local boaters to get there. And then the town actually stood right on up and they matched you. And they're going to put $100,000 toward the beginning of these commitments. So thank you
Great.
very, very much.
You did it.
That's why Assemblyman Morelli paid for lunch.
Yeah.
Did I stop you? You have anything else?
No, no,
Okay.
no.
Thank you. Health Commissioner Howard Zucker.
Thank you, Governor. We had a tremendous day. As we mentioned this morning, we went out to Food Links and also to the Anthony Jordan Clinic. You had asked us to look at the problems and find solutions. So some of the problems was the need to increase healthy food choices in high-needs districts and the need to connect local growers to schools and communities. We had an excellent conversation with all of the community. The fact is that there were probably half of all the growers for the food in the state where the people who represent them were there. We had many discussions about that, and it was very productive. In addition to that, we went out to the Anthony Jordan Center. This is a center, a WIC facility that had some security issues in the past, and we recognize that those are some of the challenges we need to overcome. We recently worked with the administrators at Anthony Jordan, and we amended our $840,000 contract to improve security there. They have now security guards, cameras, systems to protect those who attend there, and we also have security training. In addition to that, we had a very good conversation about how to get more people enrolled in the WIC program, and that has been a very productive discussion today as well. And we can
Great.
add more about the ag and markets challenges.
Very good. Congratulations. Well done. Last but not least, Secretary of State Cesar Perales.
Governor, you started out this morning by talking about local government, its responsibilities. This is where the rubber meets the road. And it's also where you worry about public safety and water and everything else. And then you mentioned property taxes and how they are the highest in our state. Well, my team and I, and that team includes Sabrina T., Matt Driscoll, and Roy Andestito, had the opportunity to meet with a large number, an array of local government officials from throughout the region. And I think we made a tremendous start in developing ideas We had a specific issue that came before us, and it was from the city of Rochester that spends an awful lot of money on its streetlights. I think there are 10,000 streetlights. And the request was made that we finance a movement toward LED lighting in the city. So we have $3 million that is going to pay for changing all of the streetlights in the city of Rochester. It'll save at least $700,000 a year, and it'll give a lot better lighting on the streets of the city.
That's great, but one question, who actually changes the light bulbs? Make sure that's a city responsibility. All due respect, Mayor. Thank you very much. For wrap-up comments, we'll go to Majority Leader Joseph Morelli.
Thank you. I just want to end the day as I began by thanking you, first of all, Governor, for not only for being here, but bringing such an extraordinary team of people with you, the cabinet members, their staffs, who I know have been working hard. You're making announcements today, but there's a lot of work that's gone into this. And to the second floor staff, those members of the governor's staff, it is a privilege to work with your team. They share your enthusiasm, but it really starts with leadership. And I think you've demonstrated once again the incredible leadership you've brought to this state. And having you here in Rochester means a great deal to all of us. You've mentioned how much we've accomplished for upstate New York, and there's a lot more that we are going to do. And I hope today we've demonstrated Rochester's commitment to partner with you through our leadership and the people around this room who have stepped up in so many ways. So we're looking forward to the Upstate Revitalization Initiative opportunity. We're looking forward to working with all of your commissioners on an ongoing basis. And again, I want to thank you because this is not only an extraordinary day, it's unprecedented in virtually every way, and it really begins with the leadership in the governor's office. So I want to thank you again for being here in Rochester and for your partnership.
Thank you very much, Joseph. Thank you. Senator Joseph Roback.
I would just add my thanks also, not only for these great announcements, but, again, you have lived up to your pledge to focus on the entire state, especially my community that I love, Rochester, being here many times. And I think that, many of us believe in the adage, even though it's a lot of work to get all the commissioners here and people here, that a government closest to the people works best. And I just want to thank all your leadership team for being here and you for making it happen. Governor, I think it was a great day, and I think there's going to be good things continuing to happen from the work and the connections made today. So thanks a million.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Senator. Thank you. Mayor Warren.
Governor, I just want to thank you, your team of commissioners, your staff, for all of your support. I think that our community saw today your true commitment to the citizens of Rochester. And so I'm asking that the citizens of Rochester give you and your team a round of applause for all that you have done in your commitment to us. Anytime you want to come to the city of Rochester and deliver what you delivered today, you are definitely invited back, and you can bring everybody else with you as well.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Mayor. And last but not least, County Executive Maggie Brooks.
Well, Governor, thank you. I want to add my voice to the chorus of thank yous for your being here today, for bringing your amazingly talented team. What a productive day. And it's really empowering and energizing to hear you come back into this room and talk about some of the great things you saw in our community, and also to add your support to what we're doing, because I think that validates what we all believe, and that is the potential of this region, and that we're all committed to working together for the betterment of the region. Now, I know the cabinet members were able to talk about great things, but I want to cite an example of, these are things that are announced today, and today was very productive, and a lot of good things happened today. But day in and day out, the members of this cabinet and this governor in particular, and I've been doing this 12 years, and I can't think of another governor who has given this type of attention and focus to upstate New York and to our region. So I do want to thank him for that. Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you.
But just to show you that this is not just a one-day initiative and that we're not all, singing Kumbaya together for one day only, we received word as part of the anti-poverty initiative earlier this week that the state is providing, out of $500,000, the state is delivering to Monroe County $467,297 to add to our child care block grant, which means we are going to be able to expand daycare slots for families in need in Monroe County. It's one of the top issues that's been raised in the poverty initiative, and this is absolutely going to help us and push this issue to the forefront and help us to accommodate a great number of families. So again, thank you, Governor. Thank you, Lieutenant Governor, for being here as well, and all of the cabinet members. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. Well, that just brings us about full circle. We go through a legislative session. Senator Funke has joined us in this session. We had other members earlier in the day. And we work through the budget and all these numbers and all these acronyms. And we finally pass a budget, and we pass it on time, which I'm very proud of on my own behalf as well as my colleagues in the legislature. But this, to me, is really the exciting part, because it's not about the budget and the program and the numbers. It's how government touches people. And if government is doing its job, it is making people's lives better. Not in theory, not in abstract, not conceptually, but on a very practical level, right? We are not here to debate, to discuss. We're here to make this place a better place. So it all happens, as we've all said, the rubber meets the road on the communities, in the streets. And the only way to do it right is to come and see the problem and form the relationship and understand it and understand the needs of the local community, and then go back and come up with a plan. So today was not as much about coming and solving on the spot, although there was a fair amount of that. It was coming, seeing, understanding, going back, and continuing the dialogue and the relationship. We had a debriefing. There are 41 projects that we'll be following up on in the coming weeks that we have to go back and do some more work. So we are in this business because we believe that government is a vehicle to make people's lives better. And today, I think we can all feel good when we put our head on the pillow at night, because that's exactly what we did. Now, the best news is we did such a good job, I think we deserve a drink, and we invite you all to join us at the Genesee Brew Pub. I'm going to be the first one there. Thank you very much.